Hey there, how are you doing today? Welcome to Review Sesh. If you've been here before, I really do appreciate you coming back to visit me. And if you haven't been here before, give me just one moment. Let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do. My name's Mike, and what I do is I review federally legal hemp products and devices. So it doesn't really matter whether it's a consumable product of any kind or whether it's a functional device of any type. We're going to be looking at all of that stuff on this channel. I really do hope you enjoy the content that I'm making for you. So guys, you know I love my flower reviews, and this is actually going to be the second flower review you guys are seeing today. And I'm really excited to go ahead and get into this, but as usual, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kick it back to the previous me. And he's going to go ahead and reiterate a little bit about what we're doing on this channel, and might even be able to explain a little bit about what THCA is, if any of y'all are still unfamiliar or you're unsure about what it is. And then after that, we're going to be hopping right into this review. Alright, as you guys know, I review federally legal hemp products and devices on this channel. And some of these products have THCA in the name. And THCA is one of those things that has an awful lot of people confused right now. So if you're one of those people that's confused, give me just one moment. Let me explain a little bit. I might be able to educate you a little bit about what THCA actually is. And THCA stands for tetrahydrocannabinolic acid. And it's the naturally occurring compound found on all hemp plants everywhere. Basically, it's the precursor to what we know now as Delta 9, THC. All right. So, in and of itself, though, guys, THCA is not psychoactive. You're not going to go out and eat a piece of a hemp plant and get any elevated effects. It does not work like that. It first has to undergo a process called decarboxylation. And decarboxylation may sound like a fancy chemistry word, and it's because it is, but it's very simple in principle. And it simply means application of heat. So it doesn't really matter whether it's environmental heat, just the heat of the sun, it's a hot day outside, or, we're applying some artificial heat with some flame or with an electronic heat source like I like to use. We are decarboxylating that THCA molecule, and it's dropping that A right off the end of that molecule chain, and it's leaving you with good old-fashioned THC. So, guys, I want to be very clear on this. For all intents and purposes, the THC that everybody that you've ever spoken to or has ever spoken about before this, before 2018, they have been referring to THCA, the naturally occurring compound found on the plant. All right? Very clear about that. It is basically the same thing everybody's always spoken about. But the great thing is, since 2018 in the Federal Farm Bill, we can get all these things to our doors. We don't have to go out and, you know, deal with strange people at odd times of night, potentially go out and, waste our time at the least and risk our safety at the worst. Now we just get it mailed to us, and when you get your packages in the mail, you're going to be getting something like this. This is a notice to law enforcement and the Postal Service, and it just dictates what is in the package, and it does list the applicable sections of the 2018 Farm Bill that the things in the package are covered under. Very important to hold on to these guys. You don't want to get rid of these right now. They pack flat. Just hold on to them. There's no reason to throw these out at this moment. For the foreseeable future, hold on to these and hold on to any COAs or certificates of analysis that you may have with your products. All right. All right. So our second review of today, continuing our good mood, is yet again brought to us by California Gold Farm. And today we're looking at pink runts. Runts are going to be one of these things that I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of on the come up to spring. We're going to be seeing a lot of runts. We're going to be seeing a lot of fruit, and this is probably going to be the beginning of that. On the nose, very sweet, very. It's not straight berry. It's more cherry leaning on the fruit profile. So that's really exciting. I love my cherry terps. And there are the nugs. Pretty decent sized nugs. Good density, very good density. Got some stick to them, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of trichomes coming off of this. A lot of keef coming off. Um, I have already taken photos of this. You guys should be seeing that momentarily if you are not already seeing it. Kind of just depends on where it falls in editing. I will say that taking photos of this, as usual, with most of the stuff that I have Had from California Gold. It's extremely trichome dense, extremely healthy, and very. I mean, my goodness, I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera. You probably can't see that on the camera, but that is so. I don't know if I can get the shot raw like that. Oh my goodness, probably not. I just broke that open, and that is so just frosty. Just frosty trichomes. It does have a good snap, as properly maintained and cured flowers should. So that's a very good sign. Vibrant colors, very deep greens, bright greens, very healthy orange hairs all over. Really good seeing that. Healthy amount of good solid transitioning. All the stuff that I like to see when I'm looking at flower under my microscope. I've waited a couple of hours since the last review that I did, since I'm doing multiple in a day. I've given it a couple of hours since the last one, so should be fresh enough to give you guys a good indication of what the potency is here. And it's holding on to its keef, which is a good thing. I'm starting to prefer to see my flower holding on to its keef. It lets me know I'm going to have really heavy hits when it comes to my base. One of these days, I'm going to get a new grinder. Can never quite get the threads right. There we go. Love these things, but after a little bit of use, you really do have to wash them. They are dishwasher safe. The herb savers, can't really see. You can see it on that camera, but um, fantastic little grinders. But I've been negligent and I have not actually put mine through the dishwasher, so it is not cooperating as well as it should be. Though it does have a fantastic grind on it, let me tell you. All right, and we're going to be using the microdose bowl as well as the matrix hybrid matrix shovel head. All right. So this is Runtz. I mean, Runtz is Runtz. Pink Runtz just happens to be a phenotype of Runtz. So it's the same cross that you get with any standard Runtz. Looking here is Giddles and Gelato. That is the standard cross at a 50-50. So it should be well rounded. Occasionally you'll get a cross that is represented by rainbow sherbet and pink panties, according to Allbud. This is the original Skittles and Gelato phenotype. Um, the original Runtz, which Pink Runtz is a pheno of. So we're going to be trying this first with the microdose bowl with the injector side of our Warren Hit Wonder. Yeah, that's Runtz. That's Runtz all the way through. Very sweet, very fruity. Some other Runts I have are berry forward. Some other Runts I've had are I've even had banana Runts. It was actually banana forward. This is a fairly cherry forward, but like fresh cherry, not like maraschino, not like black cherry. It's just very sweet, fresh cherry forward flavor. It's very sweet, not that much in the way of gas or anything like that. Um, Extremely tasty. Just occurred to me, some of you guys may not actually know what this is that I'm using here. So I got this whip hose hooked to my Cozy Molds Monster Hand Divination Globe piece back here. I love this piece, perfectly round globe. And at the end of this, this is actually a nectar collector. It's a glass nectar collector with a keck clip. So that's actually the glass tube. And there's the quartz tip that you would heat up to use with a nectar collector. And it fits perfectly in there. And it works as a nice little mouthpiece. Helps keep things a little more clean. Um, one thing about whips, guys, is whips can be not the cleanest things to use if you're not using the right materials. If you're running water through your piece and you're running a whip, you got to make sure that you're changing that whip out regularly. If you're running it dry, it's not that huge of a problem. You don't have to change it so regularly, but ideally you want to get something that is like a medical grade material. You know what I mean? Something that this is medical grade and platinum cured. So it's going to hold up a little bit longer and it's not as porous as some of the other materials out there, guys. So be aware of that. If you guys want to start using whips or something like that, pay the extra for the platinum cured medical grade material. All right, because otherwise you might be getting something that is more porous, that might be absorbing or holding on to nasty things. And you get the better materials that's non-porous, you can potentially keep these things washed and keep them a lot more clean. Anyway, done going on about the whips. We're gonna move on to the larger bowl with our diffuser side. Now I'm expecting the flavors to change a little bit with this diffuser side because usually when I put a little more heat into something, I wind up unlocking some different terpenes and some different nuances, different flavors of whatever flower I've got going on. So we're going to add a little more heat and a little more airflow to it. Yep. A lot more punchy. A lot more punchy. Almost gassy. But it's a hit of sweet. That candy gas almost is what you're getting there. You're going from real smooth, real sweet, no gas to speak of, through this with less airflow and with a little less heat dumped into it. And putting it through with this bowl, it's very cherry forward candy gas. Very, very much so. Really, really nice. It's hitting me pretty good. I got to see what the levels are on this. Okay, so listed on California Gold Farm. Uh, obviously it's a 50/50 hybrid. Listed at 27.03% THCa. So this is it's up there. It's up there. And it's a pretty good hitter. I mean, it's fairly immediately recognizable, the effects. Um, listed here It is indoor grown, which is fairly obvious when you see it under the microscope. Um, Aroma is on point, sweet candy-like notes with hints of tropical fruit and berries. Um, Tropical fruit, I don't know, maybe, but it was closer to like fresh cherry, like just right. But now that I think about it, that could kind of be construed as almost tropical in its notes. Um, Berries, I mean, yeah, and only in that like a cherry is technically a berry, I guess, right? Um, isn't it? Um, 'Cause it does seem very cherry forward to me, and it's on the palate. It's leaving something on the palate. It's leaving a sweetness on the palate. It's not leaving a no earthy notes like previous to this I was reviewing Gary Payton, and Gary Payton always leaves a very earthy um note on the palate, and this is very sweet. This pink Runtz does leave a very sweet, almost candy um thing going back there. I'm digging it. Effects on this listed on Allbud: giggly, happy, hungry, relaxing, tingly, and uplifting. uh Yeah, I mean, I could see that. Give me enough of this, and I will be probably pretty giggly. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I am getting a little bit grumbly in the stomach, so it probably is definitely going to help with if you're having some issues with your appetite. You're going to probably be doing okay after this one. Definitely relaxing. It's got me calmed down, like way down. Um, to the point of almost being tingly. I gotta say, it's like, wow, this hit me hard. For a 50-50, it feels more like it's more heavily indica leaning, to be quite honest. Um, yeah, may relieve depression, fatigue, PTSD, and stress. Yeah, I mean, it's calming me down nicely, and anything that's going to relieve stress, depression, just calm you down, it's gonna help with those things. I would say. uh, so yeah, Uh, pretty common effects, very good effects though. And for someone like me, this is something that I'd be after regularly. You know what I mean? To just kind of take the edge off if I get a little irritated or something. This is one of those that would immediately start helping take the edge off of whatever stupid irritation I'm focused on at the moment. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, very, very potent. Like I'm surprised that's listed at 27% to be honest, because it feels like it's higher than that. Um, but yeah, delicious. And we're going to be seeing a lot more runts, guys, as we're going to come up um, you know, to spring, and then after spring, we're going to be going into summer. We're going to be seeing a lot of runts and a lot of some particular um, fruit terpenes. We're going to be seeing some more cherry, though we've seen quite a bit of cherry over the last quarter of last year and the first couple of months of this year. We're going to be seeing some more cherry. We're going to be seeing probably a good deal more of strawberry. We'll be seeing a lot more strawberry across the board. But then you're going to be seeing more fruit, more sweet generally. Um, I do think that like these are the kind of things that are going to be coming out during springtime, summertime, when people are more active. And then, when fall and winter comes around, that's when the more savory, more achy terpenes and stuff like that start coming back around. You know what I mean? It's almost like, yeah, it's almost the difference in, how we eat. During wintertime, we eat certain different types of food. more hearty, more savory foods. Wintertime, I've noticed that some of these strains that really have more savory notes tend to come around when it's cold. But then toward the end of winter to come up to spring, you start seeing more and more of this fruity stuff coming around. And then that seems to dominate through spring and summer until fall and winter come back around. Um, I could be the only one seeing that. You guys will have to let me know if I'm wrong or not. I don't know. um, I'm very pleased with this, though. I'm very pleased. Very nice nugs. Beautiful. It's a wonderful snap on them when you're breaking them up. Very, very healthy. Yeah. And my goodness, it's hitting me really hard. So I do have some more stuff coming up in the coming days. I've got actually quite a bit coming up in the next week. I want to get through several more flower reviews, and then I'm going to be running a week of concentrate reviews because I'm stacked up with about 6 or 7 concentrates that I need to get through. You guys know I prefer to do it that way. I'm not really hugely a concentrate guy. I like to focus on my flower. I still use concentrates throughout the day, but I'm not every day looking to try a new concentrate. Whereas I get this itch, and every day I want to get more flower under my microscope, and I want to, examine it and learn more about a different strain every day. It's a bit different. It's a bit different in that way. But that's why I prefer to do, a whole week of concentrates. I'll get those and then I'll run through a week and get those off of my backlog and then start back up with more flower, as I really do enjoy the flower. Um, so I did look up my channel earlier and we'll go ahead and check it again. May as well. And we are exactly at 960 subs right now, guys. We're very, very close to 1,000, and I really do appreciate you guys being here, going through all of this great flower with me. Let me share it all with you. The flower, the concentrates, the devices, every time I learn something new, I try to share it with somebody, and you guys are the main ones that I choose to share with these days. I used to, before my channel, anytime I'd learn something new, I used to feel like I would run around and, just drive everybody nuts, just trying to share these new things that I've learned. And since I've had this channel, it really hasn't been that way anymore. I've got the platform that I can come onto and show you guys who I am and be natural and just kind of get things off my chest, learn new things, share amazing, amazing flower as I get to try it. And, you know, when I'm doing these live streams, which you're going to be seeing many, many, many more of, interacting with you guys is probably the best part of it. The direct interaction is amazing. I really I think I enjoy that most at this point. I've only done a few live streams, but the few that I've done have really the direct interaction is really really cool, guys. And that being the case, since I enjoy it so much, when we do hit 1,000, when we're coming up on 1,000, right after we hit 1,000, whatever, somewhere around there, I'm gonna be doing another all day live stream, and I'm gonna be shooting for that 12-hour mark. Even if I'm not on for a full 12 hours consecutively, I'm going to be staying live. I might have to, take a step, in the other room, check out my, my 3D printers because I got a lot of projects that I've got going on. But outside of that, I got nothing better to do than sit here. Nothing I'd rather do really than sit here with you guys and, smoke and chill and sesh and, BS and just kind of hang out. So, make sure you guys keep that bell icon clicked. Make sure you get your notifications anytime I have something new dropping. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys there. If there's anything you want to see more of on my channel, just let me know. If there's anything you're sick of seeing, just let me know. Um, yeah, if there's anything that you see here that you're interested in whatsoever, all of that stuff can be found on my campsite.bio, which you can find in my profile page on YouTube. And yeah, I hope to see you guys very, very soon. I hope you guys are doing very well, taking care of each other. And yeah, I gotta go find something to eat, guys. I know I say this quite often, but this has really caught me by surprise. I wasn't expecting this one to hit me so hard. Um, but I do believe I've got some really nice food out there waiting on me. So I'm gonna go take care of that and feed myself and feed my animals, and then probably kick it for the rest of the night. Until I see you guys next time, I want you to continue taking care of yourselves and your loved ones. And as always, yeah, just keep staying lifted, keep staying blessed, and I'll talk to you later, guys. Peace.